and welcome to the Reston Community Center Board of Governors meeting for June 3rd, 2024. We'll now call the meeting to order. First order of business is approval of the agenda.
Move to approve the agenda.
So Bill moved and Dick seconded.
Yes.
Thank you.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Those opposed? Next order of business is the approval of the May 6th board minutes.
We have to change them. My mistake, I missed it. I sent it to Lila. Bill Keith was not in attendance, so we need to take his name off. Thank you for bringing that to our attention here. And you were here last night, weren't you?
No.
Okay, you were here. So it's just the other bill. So that needs to be changed. And I think that's the only.
Subject to that change, I move we approve the minutes.
A second.
It's been moved and seconded that the amended minutes be approved. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Next order of business is approval of the May 6th board actions.
Move we approve the board actions.
It's been moved and seconded.
So who wants to take that second?
Who wants to
Is
take
that
the
Dick
second?
second?
I do.
Bill, or Vicky? You
She
seconded,
was
okay.
quick. She was quick.
Everybody's seconded.
Vicky seconded.
Okay, it's been moved and seconded. All those in favor?
Aye.
Those opposed? Okay. Next order of business is chair's remarks. I don't know this poem. I'll maybe do this one next week. Next month I'll do that one. Thank you,
All right.
Marla.
No
Because
problem.
I don't know what happened. Okay, I've selected. Okay, hello. Yes, playing with the phone. I've got, I don't know, because I wrote last, month in the, newsletter that I was making booties.
Knitted
You have to
baby
correct knitting.
Knitted baby
I'm gonna let them
booties.
work on that.
Yes.
But I was doing these baby booties because they've had an uptick of, new births at the Common Ground where my daughter works. And so I think they've had about 10 babies in the last month and a half or whatever. And so I started making booties. Now I have to pack them up and get them out of my house. I think of Mickey Mouse when he had the mops after him.
Oh, kind of.
I dream about booties. It's just because I have an obsessive personality anyway, and I made all of these booties, and then I found a new pattern where you can make them so it looks like they have little soles on the bottom.
Aw.
I'll have to bring I'll bring pictures of them for you. But, so I had to redo them all. So I have about 30 pairs of booties now.
Wow.
And I now have to go back and make the little ties for and put them in their little baskets. And take them off to their mothers. And I'm gonna do that for Thursday because Thursday is graduation for the pre-kindergartens and the kindergartners at the Common Ground. So my daughter has, while I've been making booties, she's been making sashes because they all have to have little sashes with their
Graduation.
graduation
That's
photos.
cute.
Yeah. Okay, I have a poem. This is so. And I always-
cooperating.
Yeah, when I was a bowler, people, they always say that you're really not good if you blame your equipment.
Here.
Gently,
Let me see.
Get this one, the
Your
friend
fingernails are getting in the
friend
way.
one.
is the
doesn't
techno-
want to,
It is the
pull
technology.
up.
Mhm. See, if Lila can't do it, it can't be done. I was, the other thing I just wanted to mention, I love this, the annual report. The first page I opened to, there's a picture of Danny and some of our people that we lost in the last few years.
Oh, no. They missed it in the beginning?
Yeah, I looked at that
Oh.
annual report. Did you get it?
I'm trying to find.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
Okay, so, it never came up?
Let me do the tree thing again.
All right, so much for the
Sorry.
equipment. Okay, and the slam dunk and hook I will do, next month, because I don't know that poem. These poems I knew, but they're elusive. So moving right along, the introduction of visitors. No citizen input. Next order of business is the committee reports, the May 6th Personnel Committee meeting. Lisa Sudra.
I'm stepping in because Bill's not here today. So, I have my notes. The committee met, last May 6th at 6:30 p.m. And we went into closed session I had the time, we went into closed session so that we could discuss Virginia Code 2.2-3711. I'm just following the rules. And we discussed them in closed session, and then we came out, we came out of closed session, and the meeting ended at 7:18 p.m. I don't think I'm going to talk about the details at all.
No. That's why it's a closed session.
No, I know, that's why I just gave the numbers, so that I'm new at this, and I know you don't, certain things you're not allowed to say in public. So it's closed session, meeting started and adjourned appropriately, and we discussed what we needed to. That's it. Moving forward.
Okay, is that it?
That is it for that.
Okay, the May 6th Finance Committee meeting, we don't have a poll.
We don't have a poll and we don't have a bill, so why don't you take it for them, Madam
I
Chair?
don't have to say.
Where is it?
Right behind my, right in the green tab, second page.
Yeah, I love the way Paul does it, he summarizes these things so wonderfully.
You can say that it's the full report of a report you gave last month.
Yes,
Yep.
it is. It's a full report of a report he gave last month, as she said. And he reviewed the agenda. And we've got the draft here. Is there anything, talked about the revenue, personnel, the capital, excuse me, the capital projects. And Paul thought it was a good use of capital funds, and the other board members concurred, and it was a wonderful report. Next order of business is the June 3rd Long Range Planning Committee meeting. Lisa?
That's the one we had.
No, I know, I'm just saying. I know. The committee met this evening at 6:30, started right at 6:30 promptly, and we discussed the three main things on our agenda, and they were, but there are three things we had to attend to. Discussion about our community meeting, which would be June 24th. And we went over the slide deck, making sure everything's gonna be okay for that. We also, other things are within our committee here to talk about, so I will not go into detail about that.
Yeah.
And, one other thing.
The survey.
The survey, the Wrestling Community Center is doing a survey again, it's been updated and changed, which, will be mailed to people who live in the Wrestling area, and we've, there's some discussion about maybe one or two questions being added to it, but it's really gonna give us a, hopefully, an idea of where Wrestling community, Wrestling citizens are with what's happening here at RCC and other places, particularly in RCC, and how many people, we're trying to gather information about what people know about RCC, what people don't know, and really pulling more people in and seeing how we can better serve the community. I think that was it.
That was it.
Thank you. Next order of business, approval of the committee reports.
So approved.
I'll second it.
Approved, and second, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, I found my poem.
Does this now come under old business?
Continuing business.
Look at this.
You didn't find it.
I did, and then it went away. What is
Elusive
wrong?
sad poem.
Oh,
You should
I
stop
have to
recording.
unlock it. Okay, here it is. Because, Lila's leaving us.
Whoa.
And it makes me sad. Okay, so this is my poem in lieu of the basketball one.
Oh.
Though there is gold up in the mountains, lovely pearls deep in the sea, those treasures do not mean as much as your friendship means to me. While diamonds may be beautiful and worth a lot of money, they cannot give a warm embrace or share jokes when we think things are funny. I know it's true, some people will collect much priceless art, yet I have never seen a picture that showed me a loving heart. So I don't need to spend a fortune to have what means the most to me, knowing that I have had your friendship will be a treasured memory.
Oh, I like that.
Ah, okay, I've been holding that one in abeyance. Okay, next order of business is the board member activities that you have attended since last we met. And we'll start with Shane.
I'll kick it off. So obviously I was in Hawaii.
Yeah. We're all done. No one's gonna manage that. We're not gonna talk.
But upon my return was the Bruce Springsteen tribute band concert, and I actually went over there and got to talk to the band as they were setting up. I was already over in the area, and one of the band members was wearing a Maui shirt. He actually lived in Hawaii for quite some time. So I got to chat with the band, and that was really cool. But other than that, just been traveling. But here I am.
Yeah, and here you are.
Back to rest.
The main thing I did with respect to RCC is the Arts Festival, which was fantastic. Rained out the first night,
Yeah.
but the following day was gorgeous. And it seems like every year it seems bigger and more interesting. Now, I'm sure that has something to do with my memory and all of that, but it really was very good. And it astounds me how diverse the art is and the different, not only the different media, but the different kinds of interpretations of painting and photography and sculpture. I meant to go to Prime, but Saturday something came up. I had to not only miss that, but miss the center stage program, which I had a ticket for, but I didn't even get to Bill in time for him to sell the ticket because it was kind of an emergency.
Sorry.
So,
It was a beautiful day for Pride.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it was packed.
May was a busy month. The first thing I attended was the LFI Board of Supervisors breakfast. It was well attended as always. We had a great honoree that day. Our own Lila got the Community Service Award for all the phenomenal things she does, not just here in Reston, but really in Fairfax County. She's well known, admired. We were all saying you had the best speech that day. Like, yeah, it made sense, but she had a lot to say. But it was just an honor. Like, hey, we know this person. So it was a wonderful breakfast. It was nice for you to be honored. So I'm glad I got to attend that. Another thing is, for me, I joined the Chamber of Commerce here in Reston a few years ago. I don't know business, but I also joined the Northern Virginia Black Chamber of Commerce about a year ago. And they, I attend a lot of different things, and it's interesting in a different take of business depending where you are. Bless you, bless you. But I attended their second, Northern Virginia Black Chamber of Commerce had their second business summit in Loudoun County, and it was very interesting to attend, to see what they're doing and what different chambers are doing to pull in diverse communities. Because we look at the economic struggles that everyone's suffering in some ways. Black businesses are hit much harder. Getting capital, it's a big thing, so I was like, wow. I always learn a lot more that you don't hear all the time. So it's been an important part to pay attention to. And they're doing a lot of work throughout Fairfax County. I'm really trying to focus here in Loudoun County and different parts of Fairfax County, which is neat. I also, see what I'm trying to, just really quick, first time ever, I attended, I went to Atlanta. My whole life, I've never been to Atlanta. My niece got married, so I went down there. Memorial Day weekend, it was a nice wedding, and the only reason I share it with you because I'm somebody who's all about diversity, and once again in the Seacrest Earhart family, we have another interracial family, which I think is awesome. So I'm happy about that. That has nothing to do with business, but here we are. And then I just had to share that. But also, two other things I really attended, I loved, was Rest and Pride was phenomenal this year. It was a great day. I got there early because I was helping out at the museum, but it just grew and grew and grew. I had a lot of kids there and a lot of families. It was just so nice, and I'm glad that Reston is kind of, I would say in some ways, leading the way with this, because it started off just with an idea a few years ago, and it's grown. And a lot of people are there learning a lot of information, and it's a great thing that Reston does that. And also, after a 2-year hiatus due to injury, I decided 3 weeks ago, yeah, let me go see if I can do this triathlon. And I signed up for the Reston Triathlon. Oh, wow. And my goal was just to finish healthy and happy. And I can say I'm happy. I'm healthy too. I finished.
You finished?
Yeah, after I got done, I was like, you got to practice. I like to be on the podium, but that didn't happen this year. But I did it. It was fun. It was nice to see people like, wow, you're still doing this. We love it. And I'm considered a 10-star triathlete there. I've been in 10 of the 18 races. It's been more. I've been about 12 or 13. But it was really good to, at this young age, to finish the try and go, hey, that's really cool. And people like knew, a lot of people knew me, so I felt good about it. Like, you're back. So, and that was my busy night. And I'm sorry I missed the center stage event, but you get a lot of adrenaline, so I was too nervous. I knew I couldn't sit calmly and listen to people laughing when I was inside going, oh my gosh. So it was a very busy month. I know, I know, but it would have been hard to stay. But I'm really sorry I missed it.
I didn't do much except move. And
That's a big deal.
That's a big deal.
but I did get to visit all of the recycling centers. Goodwill and Restore, and I never knew I had so much stuff. And anyway.
Is it a really good downside? That the people, oh my gosh.
Well,
You don't know.
somewhat. Getting there. So anyway, that's.
Big activity.
Yeah.
So I missed all the weekends, and so I didn't get to these activities. And I don't think arts event I love. I mean, I've been year in, year out, but I wasn't able to make it this year. But I did go to the going away farewell thing for Guy Zoller, the sculpture and ceramics teacher, which was held the other day, and it was very nice. He's a good teacher, taught me a lot, and now he's going to be moving down to Virginia Beach.
For the family, yeah.
Was also at the LFI breakfast. I almost at dinner.
That's because you have a top. That's because you have a top. We understand.
That was really great. Second year in a row. I confess I didn't know that Lila was being honored, so I was like, oh wow. See, I'm so glad I mean 7:30 on a
Friday
morning.
Friday morning.
You know, I had to, because we got to drop off and everything, so I almost had to bail out, but I made it. It was great. Congrats again. I applied for the program actually as a result after talking to yeah, probably.
Kia, she got you.
No, Karen. No, I was talking to Karen.
Karen.
Yeah.
It's a great program.
Yeah.
I almost pulled the trigger a couple of years ago, and just then Callan was born, and
Yeah.
got busy, but see where that goes. Anyways, and then instead of hearing Bruce Springsteen in the car as he normally does, we took our little guy to the first Fat Friday.
concert.
Yeah. I mean, we used to live in the Boulevard, so we would just either sit on our balcony and watch the concerts or go downstairs. So it was nice to be back, and yeah, that was a lot of fun. Beautiful Friday, really good Friday.
Yeah,
Last year got rained out so many times, and we were always.
It was spectacular.
Yeah.
There are concerts all over this place.
Yeah.
There are.
Yes, just any place you go.
It's happening.
I had the pleasure of doing a podcast
Oh, cool.
to talk about Reston Community Center. And I kept saying it's the heart of the community, which it is. That was nice. I haven't listened to it because I don't like listening to my voice, but like I said, I did a
It's
good
quite
job.
good. I listened to it.
Very good. And then the meetings, we had several different meetings. The Reston Bowling Group. And I
Didn't know there was such a thing.
oh yes, there is. And I am so happy because if you wait long enough, science will help you out. Once upon a time, you could only have your knees cut up and thing with rods put in them. Then they said cortisone. I have gel. Now that I have gel, I can bend, I can stoop, and I can bowl. So, and we were bowling, and Pam Leary is the best bowler of the group, and I was beating her. And until I gave them a pep talk, I said, if you let the old crippled lady win, it's not gonna look good.
And you start gutter
So
ball, huh?
Yeah, so she only beat me by 4 pins,
Wow.
121 to 125. So, and I got up 2 mornings super early.
Yes.
I don't do that a lot, for the Leadership Fairfax and for the TEFRA Awards, which was interesting. And you were talking about all the different kinds of art. There was one person who received an art, he makes art, and I couldn't find, because, yeah, I didn't walk up and down to find, but his art was made from surfboards. I wanted to see that, but I
He was in
couldn't find
Maui too.
Yeah.
it. And I did go to see the comics at Center Stage, and they were hilarious. And I said to Minda, I take Minda as usually my +1, and I said, yeah, they were funny, but they weren't freaky. I couldn't take her to that, because there were some things that Cooper said that, yeah. The next order of business is the executive director's report.
Thank you. So if you turn to the last page in your notebooks, we're making tremendous progress on our capital projects front. The elevator calendar changed, and as a result, we're getting a cost estimate from them to do the first week, which involves demolition of the existing elevator inside the shaft that contains it, which will be very loud. And because now the calendar of their work occurs during camps, we're going to ask them to do that week of work overnight. We do have enough funding in our projects budgets to accommodate that, I'm pretty confident. The energy utilization improvement project is underway with equipment ordering, and it is all on schedule and being delivered. We executed the MOU for the artistic solar panel effort that will go out in the front of the building. In our equity pillar, we relaunched the women-only swim for the women in the Cornerstones Opportunity Neighborhood environment, and we had a good May event with 16. This last Saturday was the June event, and we had 35 women, and we had to actually close it because we didn't have 3 lifeguards, which we were more than 35, we didn't have 3 lifeguards, so that was very good. We screened arrival of the first Africans in English America with the director and the composer to do a discussion after that. You've all mentioned the Tefra Arts Festival, and the summer concert season has launched. Last Friday we had the Darden Happy Hour in Reston Town Square Park. We had 250 people attending that. And the Bruce Springsteen event, there were 750 people. So we launched our first Friday of concerts with probably more than 1,000 people in those 2 events, which was great. We had a joint student-teacher art exhibit at the Rose Gallery, and that reception had 64 very proud students and teachers. Those are our students and teachers. Leisure and learning trips continue to attract full attendance. May is a huge month in both buildings for graduation parties and weddings and social events. In communications, the summer concert series season launch, that media release generated a lot of earned media because it's amazing, it's impressive that we're doing 6 different concert series, and then on top of that, there was a lot of focus on the relaunch of the Lake Anne Plaza concerts. We submitted our 2024 CAPRA report, and the rest of these are hiring efforts that are underway. We're in the process of hiring a new network analyst, new graphic designer, new off-site events manager, the box office manager's candidate just accepted the position. We have hired a new procurement specialist. This is to replace Greshna, who passed away last year. Jeff Morgan, who's been a long time, he's been our head counselor for our summer camps program, has been hired to fill the part-time permanent merit position of assistant to the youth team department, so we're happy about that. Continuing to work on reclassification to get an AA5 position for this support and other support areas. And we have a new, this is very exciting for the nerds among us, we have a new purchasing tool. Microsoft Office Suite no longer supports a product called Access, which was a tool that we used to generate all the preliminary requisitioning documentation for any purchase we make, whether it's a small procurement card purchase or a capital project, doesn't matter. It all starts with this internal documentation of what the need is and the source and the price and all that, and that generates the next steps that become a purchase order. So the county told us, I think, it seems like almost 10 years ago now, that Microsoft was discontinuing support for Access, this database tool that a lot of people use to create basically custom products that involve multiple fields that you can generate reports and things from. And finally, BB and several of our key people involved with purchasing processes, they held their feet to the fire and they created an agency team working with DID to create a new app, a new tool for us to use to basically give us a set of documents that we could extract against purchasing requirements to initiate those processes. And I named it, I'm very happy to say I came up with this name, by RCC, B-U-Y, RCC, sort of echoing the My RCC for our enrollment software. And it finally launched in May on the 20th. It actually launched on the 20th, and it actually launched successfully. So, bravo to me.
The second part's the hardest.
No, the second part's the hard part. It's now a tool that everybody's using, and will make our transition away from a tool that the people at DIT have threatened us for 10 years to take away from us. And it's not like we were the only agency in the county that used this access software. Every other agency had multiple ways that they used it, so they've been gradually, you know, like clawing people's fingers off of this old dead software product, and we are finally released from it. I went to all the usual meetings. I very much appreciate those of you who were at the Leadership Fairfax event on May 17th. That was a complete surprise and a huge honor. The Kate Hanley Award is something that I did not expect and was very, very happy to receive. And on June 25th, I'm going to receive the Fairfax County A. Heath On-Thank Award for Public Service, which is also a very prestigious award. It's early in the morning. It's not as early as the, oh my God, to be present in my full personality at 7:30 in the morning. I had to be up at 4:30 because it takes me a long time to come into myself in the morning.
A lot of coffee.
Yes, a lot of coffee, But the On-Thank Award is not nearly as involved, but it is a very big honor, and they will be presenting it at 9:30 in the morning on Tuesday, June 25th. And no speeches, I don't think, are involved, so.
No,
you can
there's
all-
always speeches.
Well,
You gotta say a little something.
I know many of the members of the Board of Supervisors, so I'm prepared to hear some things that may not be part of the award documentation. I'm looking forward to it. That's it.
Is that, well, thank you very much. Congratulations.
Yeah,
For getting all
I
these
know,
awards.
I should have retired a long time ago. Awards and Attagirls and.
Next order of business is any continuing business? Is there any new business? Okay, so everybody mind your own business. And to make sure you check down here for the events, and don't forget the
It's like
June
every concert.
24th annual public hearing is at 6:30, and it'll be here. So, and all the concerts,
It's amazing, that's every night,
Yeah.
there's live music.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's like the weekend start, it looks like the weekend starts on Wednesday.
Wednesday,
Yeah.
that's right.
It's
And
weekend.
it doesn't end until Sunday night.
Yeah, so you got something to do
So
every
has
night.
Wednesday already started, or is that still?
No, that's,
Another
Wednesday
week away.
starts next week
Okay.
on the 12th.
Haley Ride, to that big open space. there.
Wednesday is Lake Ann,
that's like
Sunset Concerts.
Oh, I'm sorry, I got the wrong, okay.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
and then Hallie Rise is
Thursday.
Thursdays, and they may start this week. And then Darden has already started, the Fab
Yes.
Fridays have started. Family Fun is next week, Sunday Art in the Park starts next week, and, yeah.
That's what we need.
And I'm
That's right,
gonna
that's-
go to, what's it called, the disco when you.
The silent dance.
Silent
party.
Yeah, I'm going to that one.
Wait, wear your
this
own
time.
earphones and just dance?
Yeah, there are two of them coming up.
Yeah, and, because Esme went
Must
last
look
year,
funny.
she loved that, so I'm gonna go. Alrighty, so there's nothing else, you are now free to roam the county.
Thank you.